nerds are. Hi, nerds.
Started with our little collab panel. Don't be afraid to get really close. And now would be a great time to go to the bathroom, get your drinks, tip your bartenders, tip your friends, just throw money in the air, directed at me though. Scan a QR code, make it rain in the metaverse. One day, we'll be able to do that. Hi Twitch. Is anybody out there? Doc, you're meant to be barking. No. I know, we're usually squishing like 7 people on stage. This is nice. I know, just us. So what's new, Zemo?
Just working to death.
I know. You poor thing. You showed up here to enjoy your night and I gave you my camera.
I know. Never off the clock.
Never. Once a photographer, always my photographer. Well, I appreciate all of y'all coming out on a Monday. I know that's hard in LA, actually anywhere, but we're trying to make Mondays more fun and the metaverse. Very difficult tasks alone, much less together, so appreciate y'all. Also, if you're not able to come IRL, we do this once a month, Meta Monday, and we also stream it so you can watch at home. And soon you'll be able to watch it in the metaverse. We've got one of our metaverse projects, one of Hive's metaverse projects called Prideverse that will be part of Spatial pretty soon. So we're gonna get into that in a little bit, but yeah, it'll be double the meta, double the fun. Okay, yay, Paris is here, we can get started. My name is B. Davies. I am the founder and CEO of Hive Global Media. We are the future of media and production and entertainment. To my left, this is Catrice Ray, our COO.
Hi everyone, this is my first time.
Oh yeah, more mics. Also, I should say congrats because Catrice is newly our COO, so she like snaps, applause, promotion, yay. She helped us start Meta Monday, and I was like, all right, we need you all the time. Did you want to add anything to that intro?
No, just that I'm super excited to be working with you guys. I really enjoyed getting to know you from the Meta Monday community, and I'm excited to just dive in on more fun projects.
Slay. And to my right, we have Paris, our CTO. She's been building metaverses with me for too long. Not long enough. It'll never be long enough. and comes from the fashion world as well, and just an all-around savant in the tech space, constantly learning new things on YouTube University. Do you want to add something?
Just glad to be here as always, and just taking it one step at a time, one technical difficulty at a time. But that's okay, because it happens the way it needs to. So.
Exactly, and what makes tonight a little bit different, we normally have a panel of experts, I mean besides ourselves, up here, and we have a theme, whether it be fashion or music or pride, and we highlight that intersection of metaverse in that industry. And tonight we're opening it up to y'all who either have questions about what we're doing, or you want to collaborate, or you want to pitch your idea. But before we get into that, we figured it'd be a good idea to just like dive deeper into all of what Hive does and what we're working on. So we made a little PowerPoint for you. Cue Rex in the kitchen. Cue Ben. Round of applause for Ben. Thank you. Snaps. Applause. We just need the next slide. It looks like a no. Oh, it's our faces. Okay. So who are we? We're artists, we're techies, we're entrepreneurs. We're not your regular company. We go to Joshua for retreats and wild things happen. Did I cover it? Oh yeah, we're innovative, we're impactful. We want to do good with our content, and the beauty of using innovative tools and technology is we can tell more untold stories that would not get to be told. Okay, said that. All right, next slide, please. And then there's our faces. Next slide. Okay, a little bit more of what we do. So what I just said, we utilize innovative technology to cut production costs in half and help get those untold stories told. We do this in film, we do this in fashion, we do this in music, events, and we're utilizing all sorts of production flows as these tools are changing every day, especially now that AI is speeding things up. So some examples of the photography we've done, a lot of fashion shoots, love fashion. We've done film as well, so we do video, anything in the photo video realm. And then the next slide, got some examples of events we've done. It's a past event at Famecast Stripiverse, that was a popular one. If you missed it, you can scan the QR in the back and check it out. It's an ongoing metaverse film project we've been working on for about over a year now. But that's because we want to do it right. And then we did a Pride fashion show in Malta, some VR events, another fashion event for LA Fashion Week. A lot of fashion stuff, a lot of innovation. Starts in fashion and then it goes into music and film and the rest of entertainment. It's just a bit easier of a medium. And then next slide. We also have a plethora of both artificial and real human talent. So we've been working with Hollow.ai, which is one of Rex's, oh, he of course he disappears now. It's one of Rex's company, Rex. Hollow.ai, where they're helping people make digital twins in which they can monetize their likeness. I hope I covered that. Otherwise, go run after him later. We've also got a demo that he'll show you on the large TV screen over there. But this is really great because this is where the industry is moving, and not a lot of people have figured out how to help people monetize it, and they have. So check out their website, hollow.ai. All right, next slide. Metaverse. We build metaverses. Oh, Look at that. Rex, like, my work here is done. Get the AI to do that. I am AI. We've got Stripperverse on y'all's left and Prideverse on the right. So Stripperverse is a meta film, but the film and the metaverse are separate. And Prideverse is just a metaverse, which will be currently available to view on hiveglobalmedia.com right now, but will be interactive in spatial.io very soon. Has anyone ever played on Spatial before? Okay, a few people. Yeah, that has such a wide range of users, so although it's probably not the quality of pixels that is available on our site right now, it's pretty close and it's gonna be cool and a nice little digital safe space for the LGBTQ community and allies. And Stripperverse aims to create a sex-positive space for sex workers and people who want to hang out with them. So we can get into that with the QR. Next slide. Oh, cool, that worked. All right, and we also do NFTs. So that's the last thing, and I'll hand it over to Kat. We've done so many NFT projects, especially, before the market was so barren. It's coming back though. One I'm really proud of on the left here is an NFT I did with Zemo. I put him to work for so many things. He's so talented. This NFT was a photograph of me and photoshopped in with an animation of my digital twin. So it's called Merging Verses, or part of a series called Merging Verses, to show that the future is not replacing humans, it's just adding to our existence and our beauty. So there's a couple more that show the different ways where you can mix those mediums. And we've done all sorts of NFTs, but these are a few personal ones. All right, next slide.
You forgot it's on the moon.
Oh yeah, that's like on the moon, I guess. Via rocket ship, February 22nd. It landed. Valentine's Day, it took off. It took about a year of it's kind of like hard to go to the moon. They've been trying to do it again with humans since 1972 and did it successfully this year. And our art was on a titanium disc with 221 other pieces of artwork. So pretty cool. It's on sale. If you're a millionaire, let me know. Okay, now to Kat. Does that work though?
Can you guys hear me through this?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so like B said, normally our events are focused around a specific topic or industry, but this month we wanted to do something a little bit different. I think everyone is really feeling how valuable community and IRL connection is. And it's no secret that the economy right now is just in shambles, and it is so hard for artists to support themselves and to make a living off of their creative work. So we wanted to switch things up a little bit this month and kind of do a creative town hall so people can share what they're working on and find resources to help support each other. Next slide. Yeah, so this is really what the foundation of Web3 was founded on, the ethos of a decentralized network of people that gives power to the individual and takes power away from corporate structures or capitalist entities, and allows us to create a new economy. And so right now everything is based on this financial exchange, and what we really want to reimagine is going back to this exchange of services and skills and collaborating with each other to help build just magical things. Okay, I think that's it on that. Cool, so before we jump into monetization strategies, I just thought we could all share a little bit about our experience as artists. I came from the corporate world. I've been working corporate gigs for over 10 years in luxury advertising and tech, and then working in the digital art space at a gallery. And while there are benefits to working full-time at places, there are a lot of trade-offs as well. It can be so draining on your energy and on your time, and I felt like I never had the space to really create for myself or explore. I was just putting all my creative energy into other people's visions and ideas. And so right now, where I'm at in my journey is arriving at a space that's a little more flexible and doing kind of like freelance, but not really traditional freelance even. And so I feel like I could even really benefit from this kind of structure and an exchange. But how about you guys? How have you felt on your journey as artists and in this balance with work and surviving in this capitalist hellscape that we find ourselves in?
My origins come from modeling, and then I kind of moved on to just feeling kind of overwhelmed with the amount of product and pieces that were constantly I went from being in the thrifting age to now if you go thrift, there's a lot of fast fashion brands and a lot of there's something new. There's not even seasons anymore, I feel like. It's just something new every week. Some of these retailers are doing things every week, so I kind of got overwhelmed after a while doing modeling and getting all of this clothing to the point where I was just I don't feel like this is sustainable. I used to be the type of person that's I only wear this outfit one time and you'll never see me repeat an outfit. I'm not that person anymore.
Not just one fashion.
Right. So that kind of pushed me into the virtual dress up, which back then when we had more Adobe Flash on the internet, I miss that. When we had actual web games for kids. I felt like the internet was more for kids back then when you were if you were there, than it is now. But also it was insane because it was the Wild Wild West and not regulated. But yeah, those games molded me to go into fashion and then ultimately get to this virtual fashion point where I feel like I kind of have so much flexibility to create and try on different looks and explore and have a good time without being wasteful. Same thing with at a point after I quit modeling, I did the cannabis industry, and that's actually what got me into the design portion of doing 3D stuff. And then I kind of just merged the fashion and gaming love I had together. So it's been 4 years now. It's only been 4 years, but it's been very rapid progress, rapid growth, because this new technology is moving really fast. And sometimes it's overwhelming for me because I'm I don't even know where to start. But really, it's just been a lot of experimentation, a lot of trial and error. But ultimately, I really can't see myself doing anything else. It feels right. I enjoy it. And I'm really happy to keep growing and evolving with this tech pretty much at this point.
I also kind of started, actually no, tech came first for me. I always wanted to be in entertainment, but growing up in Minnesota, that wasn't very realistic. And I was on vacation in New York when my friend offered me a job at a tech startup, and I was like, sure, get me out of here. So I did that and did writing stuff on the side. I studied writing in college, and eventually, I was more so on the marketing side of tech. I eventually got hired as director of marketing at a fashion film studio in Manhattan. I was like, oh my gosh, this is a dream come true. But it was during the pandemic, which was how I was able to get the job. There's always opportunity in disaster. Everyone left the city because they didn't want to die, and I said, I will die for this. But I didn't. And it was going great until eventually we did have to shut down the studio, but that just got us to be more creative. And luckily, my producer knew all about virtual production, and we built a virtual studio, and we started doing virtual fashion shows. And then he told me about NFTs, and you could sell this digital clothing as an NFT. So it was heaven because I saw like this is something that anyone anywhere in the world can do. They can participate in the fashion industry and the entertainment industry from their computer. And I love that accessibility and also the creativity, the things you could design virtually versus in the real world. And then I learned more about the unsustainability of IRL fashion and fast fashion and how digital fashion was helping that and how these AR clothes that you could put on your body and, you know, make a realistic Instagram post. I don't know where that sentence was going. It wasn't structured right, but you know what I mean. I was like, this is so cool. And ultimately, that led to me writing a TV pilot about the fashion metaverse and moving to LA to do film and tech, which is what I always wanted to do. So for me, yeah, technology was a gateway into this industry that has big golden gates that are hard to penetrate. Yes, period. Like, I second that. And then it grew into so many more things. I love, like I said, the accessibility, the social justice aspects of it. There's a lot of issues with talent and entertainment that I see technology helping, or at least creating a safe space in the virtual world that will never exist IRL. And thus Hive was born because the pandemic ended, the studio returned to normal, and I was like, no, I want to still do this. And luckily have met amazing collaborators since moving to LA, like Paris, like Kat, and now all of you every month at Meta Monday, so thank y'all.
You can like talk about.
Okay.
Oh, you have a mic, okay. I'm like, I am done, mic drop.
So I want to be very clear when we say monetization. I acknowledge first and foremost, art is not supposed to be a job. It is supposed to be a form of expression and a form of freedom. But like I said, unfortunately, we are all forced to participate in capitalism right now and survive. So we wanted to just like talk through some different ways that digital artists can get creative about making money with the content they're already producing, or finding ways to create new streams of income. So unfortunately, social media has really become integral to finding success as an artist right now. I was talking to Ray earlier, and I personally feel like
Raise your hand, Ray, so everyone knows. Ray's a Leo, that loves the attention. Happy birthday.
But I personally feel like I see a lot in the space. Artists that get the most opportunities from corporations and brands are not always the best artists. It's the artists that are the best at social media. And sometimes the best artists don't even want to participate in that. And I get it, because I was very much that way for a long time. So I just wanted to talk about like some ways we can get creative about it, and I feel like you guys have both found success through social media and like building your own community.
That's how we met.
Yeah, exactly. For me, I'm just now starting to really take seriously trying to please Daddy Algorithm and get on Daddy Algorithm's good side. So unfortunately, one thing I've seen is it's like really all about consistency, right? So how can we get creative about being consistent without being like, I have to make new videos every day and I have to film and I have to shoot. So for me, I don't know about you guys, but I have like 20,000 photos and videos in my phone from events I've produced, events I've attended, exhibitions I've seen, cool installations. So one strategy I'm taking right now is like, okay, I have some time on my hands. Can I make one video every day for 30 days straight of this existing content that I already have? And then also,
Or you could do 30 videos in one day if you're like me.
do you find that to be more successful than?
It's just my personality type. It's like, that's how I work. I'll not sleep for 3 days, and then I'll take like a week off. Well, not a full week, but like a couple days off. Like my writing partner, we were writing for like an hour a day every day. I'm like, what if you just came over and you didn't leave for like 24 hours and just stayed up and we wrote and we wrote? And they were like, let's meet halfway between. But if you're working alone, do you?
No, that's a really solid perspective.
You're like, I knew you were a cockhead.
And then one thing I'm also trying to do is like when I have some downtime, I'm just going through everything and then drafting. Like, okay, let me pull all the photos and videos from this event. I'm not gonna edit it right now, but I'm gonna draft it. And I'm gonna have at least, so then when I am ready to go and post something, it's like that much easier. Okay, I can choose from some stuff in my drafts right now and select it. What do you guys find that works for you when you're posting?
I think all of that, especially that last thing you said, that just getting it started a little bit in your drafts folder is really takes the edge off. But also collaborating with other influencers or even just your friends to come up with creative concepts. But definitely when you do collaborate with people who have a larger following than you, it helps, and it's a little bit of a cheat code. So do that if you can. I think in finding your niche, I think it's been hard though for us. Like we do have a little bit of a following, but we do a lot of niche stuff. And sometimes it's just the world's not ready for that, and that's why we do events like this, so that we can onboard more people to the meta cult, so that we get followers. No, it's hard. So sometimes you have to like separate from what the art you really want to create a little bit, water it down for social media, and use those trending sounds, use those hashtags, and when all else fails.
I'm doing the same thing you're doing. I'm a big quality over quantity person, but going through drafts and finding things and be like, I've done a lot of cool stuff. Like actually, like I could like post about this. So I've also been kind of just looking at the best characteristics of each platform. Like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. Those are like my main three, honestly. And just seeing like what works for each and kind of just curating those drafts for which platform. I know like YouTube is better for long form content, but also TikTok seems to be now better for long form content. Like a lot of people like to see discussion stuff, and I find myself watching discussion videos on TikTok all the time, actually.
Where's TikTok? This is gonna be on TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I guess it just depends, because yeah, there's a lot of niches, but also I'm a multi-passionate person. I cannot box myself. I can't. What I do try to do though is rotate like a good 3 to 5 topics that are like my absolute passion, and then just rotate making content for that kind of stuff. So if you like go on my stuff, you'll see either like me doing a work in progress of like some project I did, like how I did it, or just the final edit, like an animation or whatever, or like fashion stuff. But I try to rotate the things I like the most, and then, you know, be specific sometimes.
Yeah, that was actually on my notes to kind of talk through. Is I really like how you are able to share the process behind the creation. And I think that's such an easy way for people to make new content that are digital artists, is just turn that screen record button on when you're already making stuff, and then you're generating while you're like in a whole different workflow.
Well, another thing too is sometimes it could be a little memory intensive on your system if you try to do like a screen record of the whole like 20-minute progress. So a lot of times I'll just take my phone and like put it on the, you know, film whatever's on my computer screen, and that seems to be just as efficient. So people like to see that stuff. Like, how did you do that? And I mean, I think about it all the time when I'm like, how do I do this in 3D? And then I see a creator actually do a work in progress video, I'm actually like hooked. And that's something that I actively look for, and those are the people that I actively follow. So you can apply that to yourself. There are people who want to know how you do things. Like, you might not think, oh, it's not going to be popular, I got like 20 likes on it, but like, you literally never know who's watching your stuff. You don't actually have to be like a super huge like influencer. There are people out there who are literally looking for whatever you're doing and how you're doing it, because they might have looked at a whole bunch of other people, but their method isn't the way you do it. And I've had people tell me that too. So like, it matters. Even if you think your content doesn't matter, it matters, because you have a method and it's you. That's your power. You know what I mean? Like, it's very important.
Oh, I was just gonna ask the audience if they have any tips, because I know Zemo. I know Zemo, you've been making a lot of like behind the scenes videos and like kind of positioning yourself as an expert in your field, which you are, and I that's so smart. Has that been successful for you?
Yeah, I can share. Yeah.
Do you want to come up here?
Sure.
You're used to being on this stage. I think Zemo's been on this stage 3 times.
Again.
Just take my spot.
Sure. Hi guys, my name is Emo. Thank you, B, for yielding the spot. I think what's been really successful for me for social media, like Paris said, one is the helper content. Like, it has educational value. You know, I think people are always looking to learn how you do things. So, like, for example, if you're a designer, showing the process of starting from scratch all the way to final product. You know, I think that's one really helpful category of content. I call it helper content, so it has educational value. Second one, I think, to build yourself up, usually have a personal brand shine through your company brand. I think that's been really helpful, because I think people respond to a person rather than a brand, you know, much better. So that's why I started like making videos of myself, like talking to the camera. I'm a terrible person to talk to the camera. You know, I stutter and all of these things, but I think it's necessary to put your image out there to let people know that there is a face for the brand. You know, that's what people emotionally respond to. I think the third one, because my company does like visuals and it's all about creative assets. So I think it's important to like consistently put out not just the final product, but like different aspect of one asset. Like, say if you created metaverse, it not just put the entire product out, like the final quality product out there, but like, say today you show the trees in there, you know, and tomorrow you show the environment in there. Like, isolate different elements and showcase them. I think that's easier for people to understand, and also see like, oh, there are all these components going to this larger thing that you're putting out there, you know. So these 3 types of content has been tremendously helping my social media. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Does anyone else feel like an expert in here? Alex, you have to sit in the chair. This is all for Twitch.
Hey guys, great speech you guys gave, and so I just want to give another perspective on the monetization, because it is crap what is going on right now in terms of how you rely on, what did you call it, daddy algorithm to monetize, you know, what you're doing, and the fact is, it is a terrible, you know, trickle of revenue based compared to the potential of revenue you could get. To also compare, the fact is that you probably can generate, based on just what Zemo just talked about, millions of fans, but they can never get to you, because basically, you know, you've got Google and Meta, you know, who basically own the control of the world, and never the twain shall meet. Your fans will never connect with you under the current hierarchy, right? So now, let me just kind of tell you what I was doing the last 2 years, and then talk about one of the exciting new companies. B, you haven't even heard this, about what is going on. It is truly exciting, and I'm getting a lot of people involved in this. But what I was doing 2 years ago is as I met you at that point, I was one of the leaders of this truly huge fintech company for gaming. So we were processing $20 billion of payments a year, but what was really fun and unique is this isn't stuff you can buy on Amazon. These are all virtual goods. So sword, a shield in a game, a leveling up, whatever it is. And so when people just open their eyes and their jaws drop, they're like, wait, how much are you guys making? Yeah, we're flying around the world in private jets. Yeah, that's how much we're making. A whole 2,000 of us. And basically, what's going on now is that outside of the pure gaming world, everyone who provides experiences can create micro goods, micro virtual goods, whether an avatar of yourself that you can sell, or whether a thing that you write, or a little digital tchotchke of some sort, or whatever the case may be, and you could sell it for $1, 50 cents, 10 cents. And I'm only talking about fiat currency. Now you can also collect from thousands of tokens. So this is where I'm getting into the new thing. So now imagine that somebody in the Philippines can say, I'd like to pay you, but it's very inefficient for them to pay you in their local currency to ours here. In fact, most of it would go into fees anyways. But if they provide token payments as a donation, or as a purchasing of some cool little thing that you provide, and there's this platform that equalizes all that, converts that. You don't have to worry about the crypto stuff, the wallet stuff. It's just collecting an actual wallet. You can go, buy a Starbucks or pay your rent with it, or whatnot. And that's what's going on. So I've been working with a group that's been at it for 2 years, about 15 developers, and they built this platform. I've got an investment group in Switzerland that are super excited about this, and they want to create apps and labs. And the first one that I've seen them create is Tap to Donate app for anybody. And they're creating a whole social network around it, but you could create a link and put it on your Insta or whatnot. And it just allows you to create a direct fan connection and to get direct payment and cut out the intermediary, cut out daddy algorithm, and all of that. And this is what's, by the way, and it's not just this, a lot of things like this are happening. We're gonna, you mentioned the word decentralized, but let's be real. So the crypto world right now is very centralized. You've got a lot of crypto billionaires, and everybody else is poor. Let's be real. This is about a community. So I'll leave it at that.
Thank you. That's a really great segue into the other points we have too, is with Web3, there are so many emerging ideas, industries, things that haven't existed before. So a couple we wanted to touch on is digital art licensing. So there's this new crop of companies popping up that they are basically the intermediary between companies that want to license digital art. So hotels, clubs, festivals, different things where maybe they don't have the access to go and find all the artists themselves. But I haven't personally worked with any company, so I'm not going to recommend anyone today, but one of our artists had gotten curated into a group, and what is really nice about this is it allows you to expand your reach globally in a way that's really hard to do on your own. So I would say if you're interested in this kind of structure, I would definitely look into it, just like an easy Google search. There's a lot of different companies, some I think that you can just join, and some you do have to be curated into. And just in the interest of time, I'm gonna keep going. And then-
Next slide.
No, stay on this one more second. And then the last thought we had on like creative ways to bring in money as an artist is taking advantage of AI. AI is coming whether you like it or not, and companies are going to try to make money off of your creation and your creative energy without you being involved if they have any say in it. So I think we all feel the same, that we want to take an active role in that as artists and own our own digital likeness. So there's a few companies we could talk about, but do you guys want to share any thoughts on that?
In the next few years, right now already, I would say that there's about 10 or more people, at least on Instagram, who are literally AI. They're not real. And they have millions of followers. They're getting brand deals. They're making tens of thousands of dollars every month. And some of them are based off of actual real people. Some of them are actually created from the real person who was like, I no longer feel like modeling all the time or whatever. Oh my God, I cannot remember her name right now, but there's a specific Playboy model who actually created an AI version of herself to do her own job. Basically, she was like, I was tired of having to drive to every photo shoot and sit in makeup and hair for hours. And, you know, she was like, I was done with that. So I'm like, how can I work, you know, smarter and not harder? And she made an AI version of herself, and she makes a lot of money off of that. There are multiple people now that are not real that you will start seeing more and more of this happening, at least within the fashion industry, but I'm sure it's going to branch out. It's inevitable. I mean, again, like whether you like it or not, it's happening. But I think there's value in the individuals, kind of like the Playboy model that I've mentioned. I don't remember her name. I just know if you Google Playboy model creates an AI version of herself, she's gonna pop up immediately.
Gina Stewart.
Gina Stewart, thank you. Yes, look her up because she's very impressive. And then there are a few other models out there who have also created their digital versions, and they get brand deals, but that digital version belongs to them. They are managing themselves, basically. And I think there's value in that. It's kind of Black Mirror dystopian a little bit, but also at the same time, I'm not really mad at the hustle. Like, I would do that too. I really enjoyed modeling and doing all that kind of stuff, but I also got really tired again of the excess waste and the implications on the environment of like constantly having clothes and new garments and new trends and everything. But if you could do it virtually with the AI version of yourself, like there's no waste because you know what I mean. It's virtual, but you know, yeah, you can still sell a product because I mean, ultimately we live in a capitalist society, so that's never gonna stop. But you know, it's just one other way to make things work for you, to make the tech work for you. So I personally am kind of a big fan of that, but that you're gonna see a lot of that continue. And I don't think that they're gonna replace models. I think that you gotta find your way to make it work for you, or yeah, you might get replaced because you're not really trying to adapt with the technology. Unfortunately, it is what it is, but I do think that a lot of models could benefit. The top models right now, they could benefit from that. And probably chill a little more, you know? You don't have to like grind as much. So, yeah.
And it definitely doesn't only apply to modeling. One of the companies I was gonna note is called Kits AI, Kits, and that is a music AI platform. And they have a few different services and things, but one of their offerings is that you can train an AI on your sound, on your voice, on whatever kind of music you make, and then license it out that way. So I think that's like another example. It doesn't have to just be your likeness. It can be other forms of your expression.
And mentioned briefly before Hollow.ai, so if this sounds a little overwhelming for you, they make it the easiest. You essentially upload a photo and they help you create your digital twin. You can train its voice and its personality. So you could do it, we could do it all on our own, but for the average person, you might want to go through one of these routes. So think of those options, and you can try out the Hollow demo after our little talk. Or if you want to do it yourself completely, feel free to ask one of us and let's collab. But yeah, I just wanted to add on, I know people are afraid of being replaced, but as someone who's been talent in acting and modeling, I question sometimes if humans should even be doing those jobs because of the expectations, not just on the physical self, but how we're supposed to, be role models for everything that's happening in the world and say the right thing. And I'm like, is that person who's only been modeling and only doing modeling since 14, should they be doing that? Or if they're able to, get help monetizing their likeness, then maybe they can spend more time learning about that topic. I don't know. It's something I go back and forth. Should humans be talent? It's a weird thing. So at least now in the future, there will be options. All right. I think that's it for this slide.
Yes. Yeah, so now we want to move into the section of why we set up tonight. We want to give people the opportunity to share what they're working on and make some real connections with other people in our community and find ways that we can support each other. So I just was going to give an example of what that would look like. So for me, hi, I'm Catrice. I perform under the name Ultraviolet. I make music and digital art. And one thing I could really use support in right now is I'm looking for EDM, specifically producers or engineers, to help me. I have a song that I really want to put out, and I haven't quite found the right person to work with yet. And some skills that I can offer is I do a lot of creative direction, production, interior design. I'm a jack of many trades, so if anyone would like to exchange services with me, I would love to talk with you after. But some tips on how to make sure this is successful, I would say start small. So I know we all have a grand scheme and a grand vision of what we want to build or what we want to accomplish. But that can be really overwhelming if you're trying to collaborate with someone for the first time. So I would say find a very tangible step that you can take in that mission and ask for help on that. Remember to be flexible, because when you bring in other people into your creative process, you're dealing with other people's schedules, you're dealing with other people's ideas. So know what you are steadfast on, but then be open to other energies and other directions. And last is accountability. I would hate to do this and then we hear, oh, I helped this person with this thing and then I never got anything, I never heard back from them. So go into these interactions understanding that in exchange for handing off money to get these things done, we are exchanging our time and our skills and our experiences. You guys want to add anything else before we open up the floor?
No. It's all y'all now. Does anyone want to pitch their idea? Who needs a collaborator? Now y'all are shy. Ogie? It doesn't have to be metaverse. I know you wanted to talk earlier, but you have to sit on this panel. You've been here before. Okay, you don't have to. Anyone else have an idea? Need a team to help build it out? Anyone need a job? Okay.
Can I do one plug for our projects?
Yes.
So we really want to expand Meta Monday and bring you guys more programming. So we're thinking about a couple different ways to do this. Obviously, fundraising, if you know of investors or brands that would want to partner with us, please hook us up. Otherwise, I would love to hear ideas as we're mingling and talking about fundraising ideas. If we did a fundraiser, what would you be interested to see? What kind of experience would you want attached to that? Because I think that's something we'd love to plan in the next quarter.
Yeah, and additionally, as we're making is Paris is making Prideverse more accessible and integrated into other platforms. If you're a game designer or developer, that is something that we could use help with, because it's pretty much just Paris alone at the computer all the time. And we'd love to meet other designers who are passionate about the projects we currently have and have new ideas. So you don't have to get on this stage, but come chat with us and each other after, and let's collab. All right.
Can I talk?
Oh wait, please. Here, take my seat.
Good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Chris with a K. Webster is in Webster's Dictionary. I'm the Chief Metaverse Officer of the Avatar Convention Center and the creator of the Robot Puppet Show. Robot Puppet Show, okay? When I came in here late, I thought, there should be a lot more people here, okay? So, I live in the Valley. I'm a digital assets creator, a 3D designer, I'm a robot cosplayer. I produce music, and I'd love to present some to you. I'd love to talk to everyone here and add you on social media and add anything I can to your journey in this space. There should be more people here. This is a very important opportunity for all of us to know about this world. And I'm very excited to meet you. Thank you, B. Davies. I'm Chris with a K. Chris with a K, Webster's and Webster's Dictionary. Operaverse is here. Let's all clap for Operaverse. Lauren, let's all clap for her. My friend Nico and Ope, we met in the metaverse. We do metaverse meetups. We used to when the metaverse was more popping. I'm a metaverse maxi, Ethereum based, Coinbase, what's up? I want to help out. So you'll be seeing more of me. Anything I can do to help out, I'm here to help and contribute. And that's what I wanted to say. So thank you for letting me speak. And this is not Clubhouse. This is not Twitter Spaces. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
Come on, somebody else go up there and say something.
I subscribe, yeah.
Oh, you subscribe?
On YouTube.
Oh, you know what? It's better on Instagram, on Robot Puppet Show,
Okay.
and you go to my link tree.
Zemo?
I can keep talking.
Come on.
Yeah. Come on.
Bless you.
All right. It's me again, guys. So yeah, I just want to just introduce myself properly and also tell you guys a little bit about my company and the project that we're working on right now. My company is called Seemingly Virtual. We do immersive experience design through the activation of VR and AR. And sometimes we have AI involved in our creative process. We work in three distinctive branches, three pillars of our company. The first one is commercial. So we use creative design, mostly 3D stuff, but sometimes can be virtual production, sometimes can be 2D, but more creative visual designs used for to create commercial campaigns for brands. Some cool brands we've worked so far, including H&M, Burberry, Cadillac, Puma, so some fashion brands, some car brands, and we're also venturing into different industries right now. We've done some skincare. We just started working with activewear brands, so stuff like that. Second one is immersive experience, and that's catered for events. We mostly work with audio-visual experience, so like concerts or music events, and we put on amazing visuals like projection mapping, or can be designed through like what's it called, digital display screens. So to curate a whole experience, we usually create the visuals, so create an experience. The third one is art. So we do a lot of like installation art where people can experience and interact with. For example, we just designed a bunch of installation art to be put in H&M's flagship stores around the globe. So like basically like gigantic things that people can walk into, like pop up inside of stores. You know, sometimes some of them have like digital screens, some of them have interactive components, some of them have like headsets people can put on. You know, things like that. So right now, most of our focus right now recently have been putting into this VR film and metaverse film that we just created. That's going to be premiered at Venice International Film Festival in Italy, not Venice in LA. I just have to clarify that because everybody keeps asking me, is it like Venice over there? I'm like, no, it's like in Europe. And B was a producer and also the leading actress in the film. And we did a whole motion capture shoot in one of the studios in Venice as well. So long story short, we're all gonna fly to Europe end of August to go to the premiere and hopefully walk the red carpet if we make it. But yeah, well, I mean, I don't know when the red carpet day is though, but
I will make it.
yeah, she will make it. I'll see if I make it. But yeah, so that's the project we've been working on. I'm really proud of that one, and I think I'm already thinking next step, which is distribution channels. We're looking for distribution channels to monetize that, because right now it's premiered and it's more of a showcase. You know, people can experience what it's like to have a cinematic viewing experience in a VR headset. And we create a whole installation where people can walk into the installation, put on the headset, and then see the replica of that installation like being in it, and then the world expands beyond that. So after the showcase, we're thinking, how can we make that say a ticketed thing that people can go to, or can be a traveling show to different places, or even be showcased somewhere else where we can, distribute and monetize it. So that will be our next step. So that's something that we are actively looking for, if in terms of resources. Also, of course, marketing. Like we want it to be, we want to generate a buzz. We want people to know about it, not just for my own project, but also I love the fact that the VR things are getting more of a spotlight and it's getting like on a bigger stage. So we would love to market and make more people aware of it as an entity. So yeah, so these are the things I'm looking for. If you guys have any, thoughts, I'd love to chat, and yeah, I would love to collaborate in the future if there are ways to. Yeah, thank you guys.
That was actually a great ask. Like, okay, I have this thing that I made, and that's why we're onboarding Prideverse into Spatial now. It's like, how do I get other people to see this beyond this event that I created it for? And then beyond that, how can I monetize it? So thank you for bringing that up. All right, anybody else? Are we ready to, yeah? Oh my gosh,
Okay,
yeah.
I'm gonna get off the stage. Let's just open it up to everyone.
Yeah, Kat's gonna go to the bar, I don't know. Yeah.
I just want to say her. Just like, hi, everyone.
Yeah, come up on stage, you can take Kat's spot.
Hi everyone, so my name is Anki Shi, and thank you Zemo for inviting me here. I didn't know I got to get on stage and pitch my project. So I'm the founder of Earth Golf, a golf fashion shopping platform that we founded like 6 months ago. So we're trying to bring like fresh perspectives to the golf fashion industry. I know like some of you play golf, so I think golf is relatively like a traditional sports where like the players demo and the brands and the styles are already established. So we curate brands from around the world, and we also have our own line. We're trying to bring in more like fun, exciting, and more like dynamic stuff, and targeting at younger players. And we're trying to build a community where we empower all golfers like at all age groups, and all genders, especially female, to participate in this golf game. And then now, because we just started, so we are actually looking for content creators to bring the buzz for us on our social media. And then I was also talking to Zemo about, how cool it could be if we have like an AI fitting or like a virtual fitting on our website where people can see, like how the golf apparel is gonna look when I'm playing on the course. So that's our like next steps we're exploring. Yeah, and that's it about Earth Golf. Thank you.
Thank you. I got to see her stuff earlier, and it's so cute. Definitely check it out. It's EARF.
It's ERTH.
ERTH Golf. And I love, the innovative approach you're taking with the AI fitting. There's so many different ways to integrate technology, and it's really smart. And we would be happy to help. I'm sure Zemo can help as well. But anyone else with that skill set in this room? Talk to both of us, actually. So, thank you. All right. Last call. Oh yeah, Nico, you need to get on this stage. Nico is an expert. Here you go.
I appreciate it.
There's another one.
There's another one.
Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Nico Farah, and I have been in this immersive experiences and Web3 world for the past 4 or 5 years. I brought some of my friends here.
Thank you.
Thanks to B for letting me know about this event. I just moved to LA a couple months ago from New York, so very new here. But yeah, I host a weekly live show every Tuesday at 9 a.m. PST, including tomorrow, where we interview thought leaders in emerging tech and immersive experiences with the focus on retail and entertainment. So if you are a thought leader, innovator building in this space, I would love to talk to you. And I also founded the Fashion DAO, the community of digital fashion designers. That's how I got to know Ope and other folks in this space, which then she connected me with Lauren and more amazing innovators in this space. So yeah, happy to connect and find synergies. And I would like to invite my friends next to pitch there.
Yes. Thank you so much, Nico.
Come on,
And
ladies.
we're all gonna watch. Where can we watch your show tomorrow morning?
LinkedIn Live on my LinkedIn, Nico Farah.
Okay, LinkedIn Live, Nico Farah, 9 a.m. Pacific time, right? Okay,
Every
I got it all.
Tuesday.
Every Tuesday. Okay. Last call. Last chance.
Is it
5,
Is it
4. Yeah.
Is it possible to make a human resources announcement?
Ooh. HR, is that approved? Kat?
You'll love it.
Okay, you got a 30-second window, and then we're gonna wrap.
Everyone, real quick before Lauren comes up. Burbank is aiming to be the Web3 blockchain city of Los Angeles. They're having an event this Thursday, August 1st at 12 o'clock at Woodbury University. It's a media tech and job fair expo. Burbank, the city of Burbank, Woodbury University, August 1st, Thursday, 12 o'clock. That's all I want to thank you.
Oh yeah, that was great. Thank you. Accepted. Now Lauren, come join us. I love collab night.
Yeah.
Hello, my name's Lauren Michelle, and thank you. And I'm an opera singer. This is what I do internationally as my job, as my official job. And it's wonderful, and I, during the pandemic, had the opportunity to start focusing more on the VR world and the metaverse and Web3. And so I built an underwater opera house and did performances in there and met wonderful people that are here in the audience. And yeah, so Operaverse is doing cool things. I definitely, I'm pausing because as a classical singer, we learn that we're supposed to stay in the practice room and get everything perfect before we head out and actually show it to people. There's really not, it's collaboration, but it's not really a real collaboration. And in this space, I'm having to learn that I can't do it all by myself. Although I've tried to learn coding, she's not that great at it. I love AR, I love VR. I want to build in the Vision Pro. I bought one and I don't know what I'm doing. So I guess up here my ask is that if there's anybody that is wanting to collaborate, especially I heard you saying all these amazing, wonderful things, I really would like to start to collaborate with people because I can't do it all myself. And speaking of doing it all myself, I also did a startup in the process of sharing all of my information because I am a grand diva. And these QR codes and all of these links and stuff, I was like, what is going on? It was way too much. And I needed to find a fabulous way to share my information. So like my AR experiences, I wanted to be able to share it in a very dramatic way. And so I put chips in my nails. And
NFC chips?
Yeah, NFC chips. And so I created the Chip Nail company. And they're a press-on nail. So people can... Yeah, so this is one of them, the shorter one. These ones are the custom ones because she had to be real long and dramatic. Yeah, and so that is just me and AI. Just me and AI, and I've been curating this startup and learning about D2C and all these A to well or whatever, all these letters. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. And it's me and ChatGPT. And so my second ask for my company would be that if anyone has information, especially for learning about being a founder, I'm definitely just a sponge and I'm trying to learn all of that information. And yeah, that's a bit about me, and please let me know what I can do to also help all of you. I got here a little late, so I really appreciate that.
I'm sorry, what is your name again?
Oh, my name's Lauren Michelle.
Oh, Operaverse.
Yeah. Yes, opera singer Lauren Michelle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I would say make sure you're getting every person in this room's contact. This is a smaller group than we would normally see, but it's almost better for this purpose because you can really make those tangible connections. Remember everyone that you meet tonight, and yeah, let's create some
Collab.
magic. Let's collab.
Now we're done.